Huge update! Harry Kane could be on his way back to Spurs. Fichajes reveal Spurs are ready to pay £70 million to bring him home. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Tottenham are reportedly preparing an audacious and emotional move to bring back Harry Kane next summer, with growing belief inside the club that a reunion is more possible than ever. According to Fichajes and multiple sources from the German press, Spurs are now actively laying the groundwork for what could become one of the biggest transfer stories in Premier League history. Despite Kane's public insistence that he is very happy in Munich, reports indicate that the England captain is increasingly open to the idea of returning home after the 2026 World Cup. Those close to the player claim he still holds deep affection for Tottenham, a club he considers unfinished business. Having become the all-time leading scorer for both Spurs and England before leaving for Bayern Munich, Kane is said to view a return to North London as the perfect way to write the final chapter of his career. Spurs board are prepared to test Bayern Munich's resolve with a £70 million bid once the 2024-25 campaign ends. The German giants, while reluctant to lose their main striker, are facing increasing pressure from financial fair play regulations and squad restructuring plans. Furthermore, Kane's contract reportedly contains a special clause allowing him to leave Bayern in 2026 for a pre-agreed fee, a detail that could give Tottenham significant leverage in upcoming negotiations. The North London club are determined to make their move in the summer of 2026, believing that the timing aligns perfectly with Kane's ambitions and Spurs' new long-term sporting project. The recent £100 million investment from ENIC aimed at strengthening the squad and infrastructure has given the club the financial muscle to compete at the highest level. Behind the scenes, Fabio Paratici's return as part of the new leadership structure has already influenced the transfer strategy. His strong network across Europe, particularly in Germany and Italy, will be key in navigating a potential deal with Bayern. Tottenham's hierarchy reportedly believed that the lure of returning to the Premier League and the opportunity to lead an ambitious Spurs side back into contention for major trophies could prove decisive in Kane's decision-making process. From a sporting perspective, Spurs' current attacking setup still lacks the consistency and clinical edge that Kane once provided. Richarlison and Dominic Solanke, while hard-working and versatile, have failed to deliver the same level of productivity. The return of Kane would not only restore world-class quality up front, but also bring invaluable leadership and experience to a squad aiming to compete on multiple fronts next season. As one insider told Fichajes, Tottenham view this as a matter of destiny, not just business. The club's ambition, combined with a rejuvenated sporting vision under Thomas Frank, is fueling optimism that Kane could once again wear the white shirt of Spurs. While Bayern Munich will not sanction any mid-season departure, it is understood that Tottenham's summer approach could include an official offer of around £70 million, potentially rising with performance-related add-ons. The players' affection for Spurs, the Premier League's allure, and the promise of a leading role in Tottenham's next chapter could all play into the club's hands. For now, Harry Kane remains a Bayern Munich player and continues to score freely in Germany, already surpassing 18 goals this season. But beneath the surface, momentum is quietly building for a sensational Premier League comeback. Spurs are ready, financially and emotionally, to do whatever it takes to bring their legend home. Spurs are reportedly stepping up their interest in Bournemouth's informed forward Antoine Semenyo, as Fabrizio Romano confirms that the club have been tracking the Ghanaian international for several months. Despite signing a new 5-year contract with Bournemouth earlier this year, reports from TalkSport have revealed that Semenyo's deal includes a release clause worth around £75 million, a figure Tottenham could be willing to meet as early as January, before any of their rivals act. This growing interest comes during a period of significant change behind the scenes at Tottenham. Over the past 6 weeks, the club has undergone a structural shake-up in its recruitment department, with Daniel Levy stepping away from day-to-day operations and Fabio Paratici returning to an official sporting role alongside Johan Lang. These changes are expected to streamline the club's decision-making process in the transfer market, and Antoine Semenyo appears to be one of the key names under serious consideration for their next attacking addition. Semenyo has been one of the standout performers in the Premier League so far this season. The 25-year-old forward has scored 6 goals and provided 3 assists in just 7 league appearances for Bournemouth during the 2025-26 campaign, showcasing his explosive pace, clinical finishing, and ability to operate across the front line. His performances have caught the attention of several top English clubs, including Manchester United, but Tottenham's renewed ambition under Thomas Frank has placed them at the forefront of the race. According to Fabrizio Romano's latest report, Spurs scouts have been closely monitoring Semenyo's development since the start of the season. The Italian journalist stressed that while there have not yet been formal negotiations between the two clubs, Tottenham's interest is genuine and growing stronger with every game. Romano also noted that Spurs' recruitment team has identified Semenyo as a player who fits perfectly into Postecoglou's high-intensity attacking system, someone capable of both creating and finishing chances. Meanwhile, sources suggest that ENIC's recent financial injection into Tottenham could play a decisive role in the January transfer window. The investment, reportedly worth over £100 million, will allow the club to make bold moves in the market, and Semenyo could be one of the main targets to strengthen the squad ahead of the second half of the season. Although Bournemouth will be reluctant to lose their star attacker midway through the campaign, the existence of a release clause means that Tottenham could bypass lengthy negotiations and activate the deal directly. TalkSport claims that the clause, set at around £75 million, was inserted into his new contract earlier this year to protect Bournemouth's interests, but it also gives potential suitors a clear pathway to secure his services. Transfer insider Ben Jacobs previously revealed that both Tottenham and Manchester United held discussions with Semenyo's representatives before he extended his stay at the Vitality Stadium. The forward reportedly turned down those initial approaches, believing that Bournemouth would provide him the best platform for regular football and personal growth. However, his outstanding form has reignited interest from top-tier clubs, and Tottenham's project, with its clear attacking philosophy and long-term ambition, could now appeal to him more than ever. For Tottenham, Semenyo's potential signing would represent more than just another transfer, it would signal a statement of intent. The Ghanaian's energy, versatility and relentless drive make him an ideal fit for Frank's vision of dynamic, fast-paced football. With Richarlison still struggling for consistency and the need for greater depth in attack becoming evident, Spurs view Semenyo as a player capable of transforming their forward options immediately. The coming months will be crucial. If Tottenham decide to move early, they could beat their Premier League rivals to a player who is quickly becoming one of the most exciting attackers in English football. Whether Bournemouth are prepared to lose him in January remains to be seen, but with a £75 million release clause on the table and Tottenham's determination growing, the race for Antoine Semenyo's signature could become one of the defining transfer stories of the winter window. That's all for today's update. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay up to date with everything Tottenham, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a story. Don't forget to drop a like and share this video with other Spurs fans. Together we can keep growing the Tottenham News Today community. Thanks for watching, and as always, come on you Spurs!